Well, one thing's for sure, and that is that I was not expecting to have this YouTube video this week. Hello, my name is Steph Bartlett. Welcome to my YouTube channel where I share lots of behind the scenes of farm life here on our family farm in South Australia. And there isn't normally black burnt patches like that. I had a completely different video planned for this week, but then yesterday we had a fire and it was all systems go. Now, whilst I didn't have my microphones and drone and phone stand and all the normal stuff I would have for a YouTube video, because let's be honest, I did not have time to think about that and grab that stuff. It was not a priority. I still did get a lot of really cool video footage, so I'm excited to share that with you because fires on farm properties, like that's a real risk during summer. It's a reality of farming. It can happen. We don't like it. We had 4 CFS trucks.
It was very intense there for a bit, very busy, a lot of...
We had the National Parks Fire Brigade here, and we also had a huge number of farm fire units as well, people from neighbouring properties coming over to help out. If you're watching this video and you were here yesterday helping out with the fire, I just want to say a massive thank you before we dive into today's YouTube video. I am here the day after the fire. I'm having a chat to some of the teams out here because they're still keeping an eye on it.
We're looking for any remaining smoking heavier timber, so fallen logs and anything particularly still standing.
So anyway, enough chat from me. Let's dive in. There's plenty to see. I hope you enjoy today's YouTube video. Let's go.
Can't stop, won't stop, just like a rolling stone.
Not what I had planned for today. Just had a neighbour call and say they can see smoke and they think it's on our farm. I can see the smoke and I think it's on our farm. I just want to try and locate the fire. I can see the smoke. Cracking. Yep, we found the fire. Just called Triple O to update the location, put jeans on, more appropriate clothing for fires. And Farmer Charles has asked me to take a motorbike out because we might need to move some sheep with where the fire's heading. So, time to ride. Wish us luck. I dropped the motorbike at a paddock, Farmer Charles picked me up and we made our way to the fire. This was probably the most intense part for me because you're heading to the fire, you haven't been there yet, you don't know what you're dealing with, so there's a lot of unknowns. We were cruising down the laneway, heading to the fire. So the laneway is through the middle of our farm. And then at the end of this laneway, there's a national park that borders our farm. And we could see that the fire was in the national park, but it was also coming through the fence into our paddocks. One of the paddocks the fire was coming into had just been delved about a week ago. Now, I had just got video footage a few days earlier about this delved paddock and how it's really easy to get bogged in here. I'm going to cut to that piece of footage right now.
Winter time, if you drive into it,
yep,
that's where you stay.
Well, you get pretty bogged.
Oh, just endless, like where those big holes, where the tines went, we'll just go straight down.
You've tried it?
Yep, I have found out the hard way. Plenty of grommets been caught out too.
So the delving was fantastic as a fire break, but not so good as far as people driving through the paddock. As for now, this is when we first arrived at the fire and it was all systems go.
Have you got this? You have. You're filming the last one.
I'm bloody filming! I was shaking!
Yeah, righto.
Game time! What's the go, Charles?
So it's a pretty big scrub at the moment, but you can't really do too much till you're just waiting for it to burn our way out and we'll get some water on it from there.
Luckily, we've delved this paddock. I got footage of that this week, so that'll be a good fire break somewhat, apart from that.
It's certainly going to help.
Yeah.
Down, but just, we've got to get some water out.
Try not to get bogged.
Yeah, the hardest part is what you use up all your water.
Oh, yeah.
So we've got a fair way to go. Fair way to go to try and get a refill, so
Yeah.
that's the tricky part. brakes in.
Yeah, I'm about 10 minutes away.
Thank you.
Where you want me to go?
Down the north side of the scrub, mate, there'll be a set of gates off the highway. As soon as you come in from those gates, you'll see to the left-hand side of the track there's a big bare area. Just go hammer and tongs there.
Oh, that sounds good.
Yeah.
Well, there's a fair bit of scrub in there in that paddock. Is it worth just moving it, or you think it's more important to be here?
Well, I'll see how it goes. Give it a few minutes and we'll make an assessment from there.
Yeah, the northern track, if you get a line in just south of that, that's what you want. Right, on the northern side of that scrub. Yeah. Towards the clay road to the north as well, we just had a few spots jump up there. So yeah, I think you're on it now, but thank you.
So see how all this smoke here is like white and dull.
I see you lock on your left, come on, keep
Not
going.
black like it was.
Pluming, and yeah, see how that stuff's pluming, so that's where you know where she's going, and this stuff just burned itself out in front of us here.
Okay, and there's delving across there, so it's not so easy to get to that patch, is it?
Nah, I reckon we're gonna have to go shifting.
Yeah.
Let's go do it.
We have a mob of sheep in a bordering paddock, so just in case the fire does head that way, we're going to go be proactive and move the sheep into a different paddock now.
Hey, Charles, if I go straight ahead down here where you're pointing, and then around to the left, can I get onto that other side of that scrub there?
Yes, mate, if you head straight down that lane, there'll be a gate to your left-hand side. You'll go across there. Don't go across the delving, it's very soft.
Yeah, I'll work that out when I come through that single gate just there.
Yep, all good, mate, thank you. I'm just going to go shift the mob of sheep. I'll be back as soon as I can.
How'd your morning start, Charles, before all the commotion? Stock run?
Yes, normal stock run.
Looking good.
Checking troughs, I thought we're all good, so yeah, I don't know. And don't know how this is started yet, but we'll get there. We're getting it, which is the main thing.
Yeah. So you didn't have this sheep move on your plan for today with the stock run?
No, but anyway, we'll be right.
Play it safe.
Get him out of the way, and hopefully the boys will be able to get her out. So, rightio. We're going to push them up into just G1 middle here on that loosen. So we'll come straight up from I1 middle.
Charles has taken off on the motorbike. I'm in the fire unit, so we're heading out to move a mob of sheep in case the fire comes this way, because they're pretty close to the fire. And we obviously don't want them to get hurt, so that is what we're up to now. The smoke isn't looking as black, so I'm hoping that is promising. All the Charles have found the mob of sheep here, so I just went and checked the rest of the paddock, make sure none have been left behind. Should be right. Glad we're moving and that smoke's getting darker and bigger. Come on, girls. Just got to get you to a different paddock.
Change. Yeah, we just come back around that, was it western side of that delve ground?
Yeah, probably.
Leave it on 11. Alrighty.
In that paddock, Charles, that's on the west side of that delve ground, we'll be right to get around there, won't we?
Yeah, you should be fine, mate. There'll be a gate in that corner into that next scrub paddock south.
Yeah, righto, so just head south and we'll find the gate.
Yep, it's right in the bottom southwest corner.
Yep, righto. Yep. Some old mate here that looks like he's about to be bogged anyway.
Yeah, that delve stuff is proper soft, like proper soft.
Yeah.
So much for editing a YouTube video for you this afternoon. Now I've got all this brand new footage. Gotta say, I'm feeling a bit calmer than before. I was shaky, you might have noticed at the start of the video. Just, yeah, catches you off guard, these fires. Especially when you don't know exactly where it is. You can just see smoke and you have to locate it. Nearly at the gate. Come on, girls.
No idea where you're talking about. I don't see any delve ground. Oh, righto, you might be in a different spot. I'm on the northern side.
Is that a bloody water line?
You can see there's a bit of fuel around for a fire, isn't there? The dry stuff. Oh, we cut a fence. When fighting fires on a farm, it's not as straightforward as just going straight to the fire. You've got to navigate your way, for example, around the delving so you don't get bogged. You don't always look for gates. You don't have time for that. So if you need to cut fences, you cut fences, which they did before. I think this was a bit of a wait and watch situation here, which lucky they did because the fire did come through there. Here we have a tractor putting fire breaks in, and then Farmer Charles and I jumped in the ute and went for a spin around to the other side of the fire to see what's happening. That's what I remember. So we're just checking the water. Oh, there's a tractor. That's a use. Do you know who that is?
That's Matty Gate.
Ah. I hope Farmer Rod's got a few beers in his beer fridge. I don't drink, so I don't have any in mine, but I might need some beers after this. Shout everyone some beers. Does Farmer Paul have any beers in his fridge?
Unfortunately not.
So you just go to Farmer Rod's.
Yeah. Oh, so there we go.
I haven't heard confirmation on how the fire started, but I do believe it started on the other side of the road.
Is there any traffic on the highway between the northern and southern edges of this fire on the road? I have one vehicle behind me. I can go back and have a look.
I'm right up here. Yeah.
It'll start on that northern side.
Yeah.
You want to stay up today, get on 10 or 9?
Pull it up and bounce this corner out.
Yeah.
Pull it up. Just gotta wait for our lead spot out here.
Okay.
North side of the fire. Thank you. Are you right? Are you need contract? Oh, we got about 4 or 5 units. Speed tiller on its way. Received, thank you.
Once that front died down a bit and the spot fires were sorted, speaking of spot fires, I went out the next day and got footage to show you how far away those spot fires can start from the fire. There was one halfway across the paddock. Anyhow, we went and caught up with the other fire units that were in the area we were at. It turns out my YouTube videos are getting some reach because they saw me coming and the guys started laughing and dobbing each other in like, they should be in the video, put them in the video. And it was all a bit of a laugh. Who's going to be in the videos?
Chicken.
Gotcha. So Charles, what's happening at the moment?
Yep, just doing a bit of a, we're getting ready to do a bit of a backburn just to put a bit of a break between the farm and country and the scrub to try and keep it under control with the wind coming the next couple of days. So
I believe this machine is called a skidder and it's heading in there to put a fire break. Now keep watching because the following day I went back with my drone and of course I got permission from the fire crews on the ground first. I put up the drone and you can clearly see the line where the skidder's been. You can see the fire side and the unburnt side. I'm glad the fire truck was here and the farm units because the fire did come into the paddock and you can see they've put it out here. And I do believe from here they made plans to do a backburn, which they did. I don't want to say it was a backburn in case it wasn't. I don't want to give you the wrong information, but I believe that's what they were doing.
And we're going to burn all that right back to the burn. And then all that.
One thing that is definitely so nice to see is the teamwork with everyone. So like everyone's happy to help out, jump in, do what they have to do. Farmer Rod and Farmer Paul are currently away. This is our farm. So I'm sure they're very grateful that people are here to help out, as am I. Once that part of the fire was all contained and under control, Farmer Charles and I went back to the northern side of the fire. And whilst there, I saw V. I know V, and she is a part of the CFS. She is lovely, and I saw her holding this yellow thing. I was like, I'm gonna go ask her what that is. V, thank you very much for being here. And sorry, I didn't ask what your name was. Chris. Thanks for coming out here. Much appreciated. I just saw you with this yellow thing. You're holding it up before. What is that?
Yeah, this is a kestrel, so we use it to measure the average wind speed, kilometres an hour, also the gusts of wind as well. So we can really monitor what's happening with the wind, any potential wind changes. It can really change what we do on the fire ground, the tactics, where our crews are for their safety, what's happening on the highway here. Can give us a bit of a heads up. Yeah, wind can change, it can be unpredictable. Yeah.
As the conditions are, like, it's cooled down a bit. I feel like it's cooled down. There's a wind picking up a little bit. Not too bad.
It's not too bad. I think we're expecting the wind to pick up in the next hour or so.
Okay, so it's watch and wait kind of thing
that's right,
at the moment.
Yeah. Just doing a tiny little backburn up in this corner over here. There's just a little bit of unburnt vegetation. It's the perfect conditions just to burn that out, block it out.
So it'll be like conditions. A fire break then?
Once it's burnt, that's it. You can't burn again. Yeah, it sort of reduces the potential for any further flare-ups later on, tomorrow or following days. Yeah.
Well, bloody legends. We appreciate you being here. I especially do. Thank you very much.
No worries.
From here, things were looking pretty calm, pretty under control. I've just gone back to the fire to check what the CFS and National Parks Group want me to do. Moving forward with this fire, they've got it under control, but obviously still got to keep an eye on things. And told them we've got water back at our sheds for the trucks to fill up. I don't know how the bloody pump and stuff works, but I'm sure they'll know. So I'm going to meet them back there and show them where to get water to fill up. Got the fire truck coming behind me. I'm showing them where we've got a water tank for them to fill up. Now I believe this water tanker fills up and takes this water out to where the fire trucks are at the fire scene. So obviously that saves time because the fire trucks don't need to travel back to a water point to fill up. Water is kind of essential for fighting fires. Oh, it's getting there, nearly got there. Thanks to the help of everyone fighting this fire, I could sleep easy knowing that they had it all under control. The next morning, I thought I'd head on out there, see how they're getting on, and I'm so glad I did because I was able to have a chat to some of the people from the National Parks group and also the CFS. Now, I did take my drone out. It was the next day, and of course I got permission from the crews on the ground before I put it up. They were more than happy for me to do that. It's fascinating to see things from a bird's eye view. Michael, it's the day after the fire. What are you up to out here today?
Yes, so I'm with the National Parks Fire Brigade, and yeah, we have Little Harding Springs Conservation Reserve here, right next to your good scrub block.
Yes.
So unfortunately they were both caught up with yesterday's incident, the fire, so we're out here today just monitoring, putting a bit of water out, and thanking you for your bore water today.
So no, thank you for being here.
It saves us a big trip to go get water, and it makes us more efficient, so thank you very much. But yeah, basically we're looking for any remaining smoking heavier timber, so fallen logs, and anything particularly still standing, which could drop out sparks outside the containment area where it's already burnt. But we're pretty good. The CFS yesterday did a really good job of rounding it up, and it kept it within the bushland, so they kept the community and assets and livelihoods all nice and safe. So hats off to the CFS, local CFS brigades. So yeah, really wonderful. Yeah, and we're playing our part as a neighbour, landowner.
It's great to see the team, how everyone works together, even the farm units that came too.
Yes,
CFS, you guys, it's awesome.
It was, there's a lot of us out here yesterday, all helping each other out, and very good to see, and a good result, I think.
So I had a chat to the National Parks Fire Brigade, that is a mouthful, before. I had a chat to Michael about their role and what they're doing there, and now I know the CFS crew are back out again, so I thought it would be interesting to have a chat with them as well. Hopefully they're up for a chat. The Sherwood truck just drove past us, pulled off the road there, heading back to our sheds to refill with water, and I saw Patrick, the captain of the team, and I was like, you know why I'm here, don't you? And he goes, yes, I was dreading that. I'm definitely getting a reputation for being the person that films everything, but he said he will have a chat once they've filled up and come back out, so that is awesome. We've got the Sherwood fire truck here. We've got David. G'day, David. And we've got Patrick. Now, Patrick, you're the captain.
Yes, a reluctant captain. Yes, I got roped into it, so that's my role. Yes.
What does that mean?
A lot of paperwork. And organising, but nothing too strenuous. Just organising the troops and making sure it all happens. So pretty cruisy. We've got a good bunch, and it makes it very, very easy.
How would you describe yesterday's fire?
It was very intense there for a bit, very busy. A lot of volunteers like the farm fire units, offset discs, plenty of CFS vehicles. A good event to bring the community together and just get the job done, get it safe, get it out, and move on with life, I guess. So very hectic though. Very busy. So today we're just back, just mopping up the hot spots, and we've also got parks here as well, national parks. So they've been here all night, very early this morning, and tonight as well, I think. So they've done a great job just keeping it cold. Just a good community effort all around to get it all done.
What is something not many people know about volunteer firefighting or the CFS?
Oh, that's a good one. Obviously, we're all volunteers, I guess. So there's probably a lot of hours that go behind the scenes into what we do. Administration and all that sort of stuff. But we often get sent away, within 100 or 200 kilometres if need be on strike teams. So there's a lot of time away from family when the job's on. It's just all volunteers, so all free, not paid, and just for the good of the community.
Yeah, and I think probably one of the other things too is we're very mindful of safety. Like you've got 4 guys in the truck, so we're trying to think, if something's going to get a bit nasty, everybody's got to be comfortable doing it. So it's quite easy to get into a situation where you get into trouble, and we avoid that at all costs.
Yes.
So,
now, David, I think you said before 40 years you've been in
I don't know
CFS?
about 40. I think it was about 1985. I can remember something leaving
I know,
school in
'cause
'82. So
I was born in 85 and I turned 40 last year. That's
there you
how
go.
I know.
Time flies.
Yeah, it's been an interesting time actually. I've seen the progress from old trucks to new trucks, and the change we've had in tackling fires. So now it's all hands on deck very quickly and get the job done. And now we've got the backup of aerial bombing, which is a major game changer in fighting fires, because they can get to places where we can't and get those hot spots.
Yeah,
So
brilliant.
I think that's probably the thing I've seen over that period of time, is just the changes, and well, we've got some good gear, and that's very much appreciated. You know, reliable trucks, so
Safe, very
and
safe.
safe.
Yeah.
So yeah, and we do a burn over drill every year before the season to make sure we're all familiar with the truck again. It just refreshes the memory and confidence and everything else, and we all get together and have a bit of a chat about how the season's going and everything, so we know what's sort of ahead of us.
Yeah.
You know, there's a fair fuel load around this year again for us, so we've got to be a bit mindful of that. So when something happens, all hands on deck. Like yesterday, we saw 15 odd farm units turn up, and they were here within the hour, so which was great.
Speaking of when the fire started yesterday, I got a phone call, called up on the radio, our neighbour, and he's like, Steph, I can see smoke on your farm. Or unless you got sheep out there and it's dusty, can you just have a look? Stepped out my front door, I was like, that is definitely smoke. So called 000. That was my process. Then I went to find the fire, locate it, and call someone else for help. What is your process? How do you get a crew together? How does that all work?
So usually we'll get a page, so all the CFS members have a pager. That'll go off if it's assigned to our truck. I'll start sending messages out to work out who's available and who's not, and usually the first 3 or 4 people that get to the Sherwood station jump on the truck and away we go. And then just, as we're en route to the fire, we're just trying to assess wind, direction of the smoke, colour of the smoke, and then also communicating on the radio channels with the other fire trucks and the group officers that often take charge in these events. So it's just assessing, summing up, and just pre-planning for what we do when we get there, making sure everyone's got their gear on, and just from there follow the process and see where it takes us.
Yeah, and one thing too, like all the farm fire units, they're in contact with the fire trucks as well on the UHF. So when we get to a fire ground, you'll notice on the side of the truck, this one hasn't got it. You'll UHF 9.
9, channel 9.
So, that communication between the private units and the fire truck is very important, because sometimes you get it out in the paddock. So you've got a fire running, the fire truck will put out so much, but then these little units will come in behind and tidy it up. So that's where that comes into play quite substantially. So.
Yeah, yesterday, just when the fire came out of the park and into the grassland, it was just like ants with all the vehicles. They're just going each way, chasing little hot spots, and it's quite amazing to watch actually, because everyone knows what to do. There's no rhyme or reason. It just happens, and it's all safe, happens quick, and everyone gets the job done. So it's quite impressive. Can't do without the farm fire units.
Thanks to the incredible teamwork of everyone putting out that fire, we have very minimal fire damage to our farm. Sure, there's a few fences that will need fixing and a few burnt patches, but in the scheme of things, it could have been so much worse if we didn't have everyone there helping, or in fact, it would have been worse. We've had a very good outcome because of the team that helped get this fire out. Also, check this out. How cool is it to see where the fire break is that the skidder did? So you can see the burnt side and the not burnt side. So seriously, such a good outcome for the day. Well done, and thank you to everyone involved with getting this fire out safely. The video I was going to share with you this week was a stock run with Farmer Rod and a Q&A, and talking about all the water systems and how the water works, which is kind of good to know, because when there's a fire, you need to know all the water systems as well. Hence, we've just had the fire tankers in here to fill up so they can go fill up the fire trucks. After heading out this afternoon with this fire, just feels natural to make a YouTube video about that instead this week. So the Q&A with Farmer Rod and the stock run and all our watering system, that will now be next week's YouTube video, which is also a good one. As always, thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Give it a thumbs up if you did. Don't forget to hit subscribe as well. It helps my channel tremendously and it doesn't cost a cent. And until next time, be wildly you and live life your way. Bye bye. I need a shower. I stink like smoke.
And I can hold my breath until they crash. Never been the type to wait. I never had the time to play it safe. I'm rushing in like an avalanche.